Good evening, I'm Jesse McCall, live from the studios of Troy Young News. We're going to start tonight with what will hopefully be a reality check, especially for those of you in Bangkok or in Thailand. While your foreign ministry issues polite press conferences and press releases that speak about misunderstandings or distortive narratives coming from Cambodia, your military, the Thai military, is busy proving that what the world has suspected is correct. The Thai leadership can stand behind their podiums, adjust their ties, speak in the calm bureaucratic language of international relations, hoping that if you use big enough words, the world won't notice that bombs are falling on Cambodian schools. But I want to let you know that the world is noticing. The satellite cameras are noticing. And the 645,960 people who are homeless tonight because of your leadership certainly notice. So today, December 26th, the aggression continues unabated. Heavy artillery is still pounding Brevihia, trying to erase history with high explosives. Ground incursions are reported in Bantimanche, Odamanche, where your tanks are violating sovereign soil. Civilian villages are having over 40 different munitions dropped on civilian villages by F-16 fighters. Naval aggression still choking the Gulf, threatening food and energy security of millions. And the General Border Committee meeting today that once Thailand claimed would be the only venue for peace. We are hoping for good results, but we know that in the past you have blocked the ASEAN observer team because you know exactly what they would find. They would find Thai aggression, Thai tanks, and Thai war crimes. You call this securing the border, but the rest of the world calls it invasion. You call it protecting sovereignty, but we know what it really is. It's imperialism on your side. You can keep changing the words in your press releases from disputed area to security zone, but you cannot change the fact that you are the aggressors. You are the ones crossing the line. You are the ones displacing over 500,000 people. And no amount of diplomatic polish can hide the stain of that crime. To the world, once again, this is not a clash, this is not a skirmish. This is a premeditated campaign of destruction launched by a regime that has lost its moral compass. We also must address the ugly secret behind this war, and that's called racism. It's almost impressive, if it weren't so disgusting, how much effort the Thai elite puts into convincing themselves that they are the chosen people of Southeast Asia. It's a masterclass in collective narcissism. You teach your children that you are the holy nation, never colonized, superior to your neighbors. You look at Cambodia and you see cunning subjects and ungrateful inferiors, not equals. You view Cambodian land as your lost property, and you view Cambodians as obstacles to your greatness. It's a quaint 19th century worldview. It must be exhausting to maintain that level of arrogance while your economy stagnates and your cities flood. You gas Cambodian villages in Prachan and Chokche because deep down you don't believe that Cambodian lives matter as much as Thai lives. You use chemical weapons because you view Cambodians as inferior, that can be people that can be fumigated, not as neighbors to be respected. This is a disgusting behavior that must be condemned. It has nothing to do with patriotism. Don't ever use that word for this type of aggression. This is maybe insecurity, behavior of a fragile identity that needs to crush others to feel tall. I believe that the world would understand that True confidence doesn't need F-16s to prove that it's superior. Only a bully does. Only a weak man beats his neighbor to feel strong. This racism is a significant social issue in Thailand. It's also a strategic liability. It blinds a large portion of the Thai population and makes you underestimate Cambodian resilience. You think that because you have better jets, that you have better men? History teaches us that the arrogance of the superior race is often the prelude to their defeat. I want to talk about some of the strategy of what I'd like to call the Great Thai Flip-Flop. It's absolutely essential to do a dive into the shifting Thai narrative. You see, throughout early 2025, Thai news outlets, the Bangkok Post, The Nation, other news outlets, consistently referred to both Brevihia and the surrounding border areas as disputed zones or overlapping claim areas. And back then, at the beginning of 2025, there was a constant narrative that border demarcation is ongoing. Joint mechanisms such as the JBC, the Joint Border Committee, must resolve differences. Both sides should exercise restraint in contested areas. But here in December, there's been a very significant shift. Starting in early December, over the last 3 weeks, the language has radically changed. Thai media now reports military operations to secure these same areas. December 14th, to search and destroy Cambodian forces in these areas. December 22nd, The Nation, clearing operations to ensure safety in these disputed areas. Bangkok Post, December 24th, reinforcing positions to protect sovereignty. When you secure an area, you're claiming ownership and asserting military control. You're no longer disputing it. You're annexing it. The proof shifts that Thailand has abandoned the diplomatic mechanisms, the JBC, the GBC, that it claimed to respect just months ago. Earlier this year, Thailand said, we must wait for the Joint Boundary Commission. Now, we will secure the area with tanks. It becomes evident that earlier this year, Thailand used diplomacy to stall, but the moment that they felt politically threatened, they switched to conquest. Earlier this year, there were statements saying, we respect the ICJ ruling, mostly, but dispute the surrounded area. Now the temple and shelling the temple and deploying DTI-2 rockets to neutralize threats at the temple. This is not neutralizing threats. This is trying to destroy a World Heritage Site because you don't like the history of it. The beginning of this year, there were reports of border skirmishes. But now, securing areas 90 or 100 kilometers deep into Cambodia under the guise of national security, it doesn't hold up. It's invading a sovereign nation. Thailand has tried to lure the world into thinking that this was a legal dispute, then launched a military conquest while everybody was looking at the maps. The current language of securing is a confession of invasion. First, you said it was a border skirmish over just a few meters of land. Then you sent F-16s 100 kilometers inland to bomb Battambang. Since when is a city 100 kilometers away a border skirmish? You said it was about landmines. You claimed that Cambodia planted mines. But when Cambodia asked for independent verification, when we asked the United Nations to come and look, you refused. You blocked the inspectors. Why? Because you knew the mines were old. You knew that you were lying. Then you shifted the narrative again. You said, oh, this is actually about scam centers now. So you bombed a primary school in Tamada. Is that where scammers are hiding? Under the desks of 7-year-olds? You signed a peace deal in Kuala Lumpur with ASEAN. And then, 6 hours later, you bombed Cambodia. Do you see how embarrassing this looks for you? It sure seems that you're flailing. You're making up excuses as you go along because the truth that you are fighting a war to save a politician's career is too shameful to admit. I want to point out to Thailand that you're not controlling the narrative any longer. You're losing the plot. The world sees through your croaking frog diplomacy. You make a lot of noise, but have no substance. You have no legal standing. You only have brute force and bad lies. To the Thai people that may be watching this broadcast tonight, students, intellectuals, business owners who maybe are tired of this charade. I know that you exist. I know that you're embarrassed by your government. I know that not all of you are warmongers. We hear people like Mr. Pravit Rojanapruk calling out extreme nationalism. We hear Pita Lanjamarat warning that this war is a distraction from corruption. We hear the 39 organizations of the Thai-Cambodian People's Alliance for Peace demanding an end to the madness. Yeah, there are a few adults in the room. And I do hope that you are the future of Thailand. Because you know that that bombing your neighbor is bad for business. You know that turning Thailand into a pariah state destroys your economy, your tourism, and your standing in the world. You know that Anutin is using your tax money to buy F-16 fuel instead of fixing the floods in the south. He's burning your wealth to buy his own survival. So I would encourage you, speak up. Don't let the dinosaurs in the military dictate your reality. Don't let the old Thailand drag you back into the dark ages of fascism. And yeah, they're scared of you. They're scared of your vote in January. This is why they started this war, to distract you, to scare you into submission. Don't fall for it. Be smarter than they think you are. Reject the Khmer agent slurs that they put on you anytime you stand up for peace. Reject the hate. Reclaim your country from the men who are destroying it. History teaches us one thing: bullies always fold. They look strong, they act loud, they parade their tanks and their jets, but they're brittle, they're hollow. You need to remember that when the world stood up to apartheid in South Africa, the regime crumbled. When the world stood up to fascism in Europe, it fell. When one person stands up, it creates a ripple. When a nation stands up, it creates a wave. And when the world stands up, it creates a tsunami of justice. You might think that you're powerless against F-16s. You might think your voice doesn't matter against a military regime, but you're wrong. Your voice, your post, your boycott, these are weapons that can penetrate the armor of the Thai bloodthirsty, aggressive military. They have tanks, but we can have the truth. And the truth has a habit of winning in the end. Every time you share a video of their atrocities, you weaken them. Every time you refuse to buy their products, you starve their war machine. Every time you speak up for peace for Cambodia, you prove that their isolation is real. You see, we're not just fighting for a land. We're fighting for the idea that right makes might, not the other way around. We're fighting for the principle of a small nation that has the right to exist without being bullied by a larger neighbor. Finally, a message to the leadership in Bangkok. You may think that you're immune. You may think that your uniforms and your titles protect you, but they do not. We have the names, we have the receipts. Prime Minister Anutin, General Natopon, General Songwit, General Panna, ACM Pandapaki, Admiral Jirapal. We're documenting every shell, every gas canister, every displaced family, every destroyed temple. The International Court has a long memory. The crime of aggression, the war crimes of targeting civilians, the crimes against humanity of mass displacement, these do not expire. To the world, boycott the aggressor. Make them pay for every bomb, make them feel the cost of their arrogance. Stand for peace, not a passive peace, but a loud, demanding peace. Stand with Cambodia, because today, it's us. Tomorrow, if they get away with it, it could be you. Could be Laos, could be Myanmar. Could be anyone who dares to say no to Bangkok. The land of smiles has lost its smile. Now it's the land of snarls and lies. Join us in helping them force to find their conscience before it's too late. Good night. From Phnom Penh, I'm Jesse McCall.
Trayong, nom sa pet krup ti kan lain.